sorry, I'm a little late. I had to do a few jobs, and I also had to have lunch, which I can't have in my bedroom. And then I just, I had something else I had to do. But hopefully everyone will be able to be happy with my stream today. Plan ahead better? Yeah, I should. Also, hi Hiker Banner. Hi Hiker and hi Hiker everyone else. I'm just gonna get straight into Master Duel because I don't want to, leave people for too long. I feel like they would get annoyed. Oh! New update. Update on the Wii Shopping channel. It's update day on Wii Shopping channel. Super Mario and Super Mario. Da, da, da. Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3. Oh! Hi Hiker, everyone. Hi Hiker. Thank you for the raid, Nova. I'm Aiko Yakumo, a lightning spirit virtual YouTuber who just enjoys playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like a silly person. And also, I am like to think I'm pretty competitive at it. Hopefully everyone has had a good day, and hopefully you have had a good stream. Thankfully, I am just getting into it, so, but them's the breaks, I guess. I'm gonna be playing Fiends with Primite. Oh, thank you for the follow, Smash to Eternity. Thank you. Hi, Hiker. Welcome, welcome. Nova Akami is amazing. She's cool. She's really cool. She's one of the Lich stars, and also probably the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh! VTuber. In terms of size anyway, but yeah, gonna be playing this today, Fiends with Primite, which has had 0 hits since the ban list. Yay. Regardless, I shall get into this game. I want to reach Master before I can before the thing happens. Are we bestial spamming again? Yeah, indeed, bestial spamming again. 1337 Xerix. Yeah, indeed, bestial spamming again. Also, hi Hiker. Hi Hiker. Welcome. Also, don't worry about the chat box. Sometimes it just does that sort of thing. But anyways, regardless. Hopefully your stream went well, Nova, if you are still there. I am doing some gaming. Primite Bestial Gaming. With Fiendsmith too. This deck is the deck of all time. Gotta love it. It is the silly, but also not really the silly because it's just like genuinely a really good deck. Oh, turn up my voice? Right, yeah. I should turn down the audio output. Hi, Hiker. Hi, Hiker. Welcome. Nova. But yeah. I like to think I'm pretty good, but I make a bunch of misplays sometimes. Sorry you had to answer some messages. No, that is all good. That is all incredibly good. People will be busy sometimes, and that is a fact of life sometimes that you just have to deal with, unfortunately. And hi, Hiker Duran Powell. I am doing well. Very, very well. I have had a decent day. Although I had a bit of a slow start to my stream. Favorite anime? Currently, my favorite anime right now, I'd probably say would happen to be Dungeon Meshi or Delicious in Dungeon, depending on the way you prefer to say it. Because, see, the thing about Dungeon Meshi is very obviously a good anime, seriously, but a lot of people like to not pay attention to it, and for some reason I literally do not know, it won 0 awards at the Anime Awards this year, which I mean, that's kind of sad. Like, seriously, why did they just not let Dungeon Meshi win a single award? It's definitely the kind of game that should be winning awards, but they apparently didn't want it to, so, you know, is 2 Dippity good in Fiendsmith? I like to play 2 Dippity in Fiendsmith, mainly because I like to use the Bestials to banish a Dippity if I can't necessarily banish an Engraver with the effect of this to get it back with a, you know, Lacrima. Like, this end board is quite good, I'm pretty sure, because it's Caesar, Desiree, and also at the same time the Primite stuff. It's kind of crazy. Makes sense? Well, I wouldn't do it if it didn't make sense, silly. Yeah, I'm mostly being silly overall, but you know. Oh, thank you for the follow, Norai the teacher. Thank you. Hi, hiker. Welcome, welcome. Hope you are having a good day as well. Yay. And thanks for the follow to Duran Powell. Hi, hiker. Yay. So now we have basically one of the stupidest boards ever, because I managed to open insanely good, and also I still had the effect of Requiem and Lacrima together in Grave, because I can shuffle back 1, 2, 3 and keep Requiem Lacrima in Grave for Paradise, because that is balanced, completely, perfectly balanced, 100%. 120% of the time. Not even 110% of the time, but 120% of the time. Which is like... I mean, obviously I'm joking. That's, like, obviously not balanced at all. But, you know, it's fun. Caesar, Desiree, Regained, and also Primate stuff. And also I get to equip both Requiem and Sequence if I want to, but I will just be equipping the Sequence, since Sequence is, you know, quite a good card. And then I will also be resolving the Magnamut to search myself a Druis Worm, because this deck is balanced. I will say I basically opened the nuts from this deck. Like, seriously, I cannot believe I opened this well. But also, I think there are some games where I can actually do this, and I have not done this before, which, I don't know, is probably kind of silly. Oh, Heavy Storm, so it's probably a 10-pie deck. I'm going to attempt to Desiree that, I think. Hi, hiker. JJ Hero X. Hi, hiker. Welcome, welcome. All I'm just saying is the end board is a kind of crazy end board, pretty much. Widow Anchor. Sure, I am going to Drill Beam on the Widow Anchor now. Yes, I will show cards in my hand. I'll just show this Lordly Load so I can confirm that as a follow-up. So now I can use my Caesar to negate any 10-pie cards, regardless of what I want. Also, I should probably do this, because this is ideal, and you don't want your opponent actually using your Desiree to negate it by going Talent's Take with it. Also, by the way, do you know why Triple Tactics Talent is still at 3 in the OCG? I have genuinely zero clue why myself. Because for some reason, Konami just decided to put it to 3. Keep it at 3 in the OCG and Master Duel, because that card is patently absurd. You thought I meant a different type of nuts like peanuts? Fair enough. Ah yes, that is the triple tactics talent I am talking about. Oh, they're actually drawing 2 cards? That's actually kind of a relief to me because drawing 2 cards is the least bad option out of these, honestly. Both Duster and Heavy Storm. I mean, it is presumably 10 pi, so what they're going to do is they are going to try and do a lot of different things in their game. Like, seriously. They're gonna try and kill me, but Caesar here, as well as the Paradise and Graveyard, do actually help a lot with the prevention of killing in this deck. Like... Ah, and there is an Engage. Makes sense. I presume that will be Engage into Hornet Drones into Engage into... perhaps another Widowinker? No, wait, that doesn't work. Mainly because Caesar's here and you can't really, you know, activate the Hornet Drones without that sort of thing. Yeah, that makes sense. Lightning Storm calling monsters now. That makes sense as well. You know what? Sure. I'll put back the Agnum Day, probably. Makes more sense than to put back other stuff. Okay. Gonna activate this. I think I will have 2 Paradise here. Also, hi Kar, beginner players. Hi Kar. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing well today. So I put back the Lacrima with this and target the Hornet Drones to send it to the graveyard. Hopefully they don't have a 10 pi card in their hand. If they do, I'm probably dead. Well, I assume I'm definitely dead if they have a 10 pi card in their hand. But considering how long they're taking, I think it's probably fair that they didn't assume I was playing a second Desiree. Which, let me just explain to you, you kind of have to play 2 Desirees. They do indeed have that 10 pi card in their hand. Can they kill me though, is the question. And the answer is probably yes. Yeah, probably yes. The big issue is... Yep. Search for Genroku. Oh? Discarding the Fadra, That is interesting. Alright, yeah, you can use the effect of the thing to summon Fadra from the graveyard. Oh, I unfortunately do not have an exclamation point Discord command in my voice chat. I can, however, send the link directly to you if you so need. Like, for instance, allow me to simply go and get it, and... I am not going to simply give up either way. Like, seriously. I don't have a permanent server invite. I will create one now. Oh, no, I have a permanent server invite. I should at least... Yep. Don't they just make Transcendent in the main phase, then go to battle phase? Yeah, probably. But yeah. I am waiting to see if they screw it up. And if they screw it up, that means I don't have to worry about it. So they haven't used Genroku's effect at this point. Wait, I got a Discord? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, let me link it in my YouTube chat. I should have it in the YouTube description, but I am potentially not having a very good idea of things. Okay. You know, maybe I should have waited to use this on a Desiree engrave instead. Neither of these are gonna die. Then presumably they're gonna activate the effect to tribute and summon from deck. I don't have a target to shuffle. No, I already used the Desiree effect to shuffle earlier. You haven't used the effect to tribute and shuffle and special, have you? So presumably I might actually die here, but I might be... No, wait, yeah. Just switch to attack. Special summon, pop. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, now I die. Oh well. That's how it goes against Tenpai, I suppose. You can't really prep for everything. Tenpai in particular is really, really annoying. But there is a way that I think you can actually just win things. Also, hi Hiker Dwight. Hi Hiker. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing well today. Da 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 dum. Da da dum. Dum. Da dum. Okay. Going first, I seem to have Lordly Load plus Engraver. That's quite a good combo from my perspective, so of course search for Ether Barrel. I presume they have something along the lines of Maximum C, Maximum Cockroach. Because that is what Max C stands for, cockroach. That thing is indeed a cockroach. It is the most annoying creature that I have ever known to exist. Ah yes, the Maxi. Allow me to chain my Called by the Grave, so I can banish it from the graveyard to never be seen again. Anyways, I think... Nah, the game against Tenpai was just a Tenpai game. Those things happen and you can't really, like, you know... You can't really say, oh, I lost to Tenpai because I was unskilled. Sometimes you just lose to Tenpai because they have drawn the perfect 5-card hand to stop you from doing what you want to do and then to kill you into the sun. Okay, Requiem. Requiem quick effect at the start of when it's summoned. Special summon from deck Lacrima. Lacrima effect. Lacrima will dump another Engraver, of course. And is... I do actually have enough engraved to actually go for the correct combo, which is Agnum Day into Desiree, then into Caesar from there, I believe. Oh. You know what? That is actually not really that bad because of the thing that I can do here, which is Engraver Shuffleback Lurry. Oh, wait, yeah. Should have just shuffled back the Fiendsmith sequence. Doesn't matter. It should be fine. I'm on Lina after all, so Lina can go here. I can make SP. Wait, right. I forgot I had SP. It doesn't particularly matter because I do still, in fact, have the effect of Lacrima with Requiem engrave. And a Lordly Load to get back my barrel next turn. And also Effect Veiler. Maybe I should have gone for Necroquip there because Necroquip would allow me to draw a card off of my Effect Veiler. Ah! Okay, I am gonna Lacrima effect here. So Tenpai again for some reason. I don't know why I queued into 2 Tenpai decks in a row, but I'm not complaining really. Well, I guess I kind of am complaining, but like, you know. Yeah, that's just how it goes with Tenpai. Sometimes you open 4 hand traps and Pydra and Chandra and then you lose. And sometimes you open a bunch of board breakers and Pydra and then you win. That's really, really how Tenpai goes. Can you be honest about something? You kind of wish Yu-Gi-Oh! Was more cinematic? Yeah, that is fair enough. Anyways, I shall veil your Chandra. Yep. And that's the game. Honestly, wish there was a bit more to this deck than, like, having to go up against Tenpai twice in a row. Why are there Tenpai players at this point on the ladder today, right now? Why? Guess it's not that bad since I did beat one of them, but, you know. Tenpai is just annoying. Oh, whoops. Oh, it's just Blue Eyes. Wait, it's not just Blue Eyes, it's the Blue Eyes Buster Blader stupid thing. I shall draw and Lockbird here then, so you're not able to search any other cards from your deck to your hand, because Draw and Lockbird is important. Okay, Talent's my hand. Let's take away one of my many cards that are quite good, in my opinion at least, and lose the game next turn because I get to kill you. Well, no, I don't get to kill you, but I do get to, like, go into Ether Barrel, or I get to go into Dippity. More annoying than Stun? Tenpai? Yes, Tenpai is much more annoying than Stun from my perspective. Like, at least against Stun, there's gameplay. Tenpai disincentivizes gameplay. Stun incentivizes gameplay and interaction. Absolutely a lot. It's actually one of the most skilled kinds of Yu-Gi-Oh! To play. If you're playing a combo deck and they're playing a stun deck, that is. If you're both playing stun decks, it's not exactly great. But stun versus combo is actually a really cool matchup. Ah, the new DDD cards with Count Surveyor. I love this guy. Flame High King Genghis. He is a king of Genghis. Fair take? Yeah. Oh, wait. Flame High King Genghis can do that if DDD is normal summoned? Do I like Floowandereeze when my opponent uses that deck? There's a difference between Floowandereeze and Stun, from my perspective. Floowandereeze is less of a stun deck, more of a lock deck. At least, in my opinion. Because, like, when you're playing against Flunderies, your opponent who is on Flunderies is never going to be like, oh, hey, I am going to allow you to interact. Usually they're going to be like, oh, hey, I am going to M-pen you and then banish all your stuff and kill you into the sun. You like Dice Jar? They never expect the second Dice Jar. Indeed, indeed. Also, hi Kurt, Zuzu. Hi Kurt. It's been a while. How are you doing today? Ah yes, rank 8 Photon Lord? You don't get locked yet? Ooh. Oh. Hi Kurt. Thank you for the raid, COVID TCG. I'm Iker Yakmo, a lightning spirit virtual YouTuber who likes the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game and is pretty good at it, I like to think. Not necessarily very, very good at it, but pretty good, I think. Hi Kerr, COVID. Hi Kerr. Let me just give you a quick shout out. How goes the duel? The duel goes quite well. I am going second with Fiendsmith Primate, and Fiendsmith Primate is a very good deck. I like it a lot, at least. Imperm? Sure thing. Now I will pivot into my Fiendsmith combo. Nice, nice. Are Fiendsmith Primates very good? Yes, it is. Also, just fair warning, there is an ad break incoming on the stream, so in about 3 minutes and 17 seconds, we'll be getting 3 minutes of ads, so if you don't want to see the ads, you can either subscribe to me, which is good, use your free Twitch Prime subscription if you are subscribed to Twitch Prime, which is extra good, or you can subscribe to Twitch Turbo, which gives me a larger cut of the ad revenue and also prevents you from seeing ads on any Twitch stream whatsoever. So, all of those options, good ones from my perspective. If you do want to watch the ads though, I don't mind, but you know, ads are annoying. So I kind of get if you don't want to. This is over on Twitch, by the way. Also, you gotta go? Okay. Bye-bye, Kerr. JG Heroics. Bye-bye, Kerr. See you later. Oh yeah, also, if you subscribe to my stream, you get some exclusive emotes, which I am going to be increasing soon. And bye-bye, Kerr, COVID. Bye-bye, Kerr. Have a great dinner, hopefully. Dinner is important. It is one of the most important meals of the day, after breakfast and other stuff, I think. That's a bit of a silly way to put it. Dinner is one of the most important meals of the day after breakfast and other stuff. Like, obviously it's one of the most important meals of the day. It's one of the 3 main major meals of the day. Like, sometimes you're gonna have other meals in the day, but most of the time it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Snacks are also relatively important, at least if you are hungry. If you aren't hungry, you shouldn't necessarily eat snacks. Okay, double check the graveyard. Oh, whoops. Imperm column. I am silly. I just realized Imperm column can sound a lot like chicken jockey. But it's fine. I killed him next turn anyways because of this Desiree. Yay. I like playing 2 chicken... Why did I say that? I like playing 2 Desirees. It is important. I did not mean I like playing 2 chicken jockeys. silly me. They are able to Typhon though, I believe, which is annoying. If they are playing the Typhon at least. But I do at least have an effect veiler. So they are not playing Typhon. It seems as if this person is going to die. Yup. That's lethal. Yay. And that is a win. Another win in the books. One more to Diamond Tier 2. By the way, it's actually been kind of ages since I've actually gotten some stuff. Gotten to Master rank, or even the highest rank before Master. It's kind of silly. I like Master rank. It is a fun rank, but it is also a very difficult rank to get, especially if you're playing difficult decks like the one I am playing today. But I'm doing quite well today, and for that I am glad, honestly. In this case, I probably want to Ash this, mainly just because Ashing Tract means that they can't special summon from... They can't special summon a Fiendsmith monster from their graveyard without actually committing into cards first. Oh, voiceless voice Fiendsmith. Well, unfortunately for you, my opponent, I am going to use Effect Veiler. Oh, Saravis, right. Honestly, that's fine. Because you do that, you barrier for the Saphira, use Saphira effect, and then I will Bestial the Low. Yep. Bestial the Low. Da dum. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Send to grab. Hopefully they do not have another tribute in hand. I assume Saravis was... Them saving Saravis was them saving things, but... If they tribute a low from hand, it's just annoying. But it happens anyways. Oh, nice. That means I probably win. Mainly just because of the effect of Bestial Draw Swarm. They are able to Saravis though, which is slightly annoying. But it's fine. It's fine, chat. It is simply just fine. Okay. Does it add a voiceless voice card, or it adds a monster? Also, hi Hiker, welcome back from the ad break. Sorry about the ad break, Twitch. I decided I might as well do ad breaks because apparently if you don't have ad breaks on, they force you to have pre-roll ads on, which people don't really like. Pre-roll ads from my perspective are decently okay. This special's a light ritual monster specifically, so I don't necessarily have anything to worry about, I don't think. And also, because this only works if my opponent controls lures specifically. So I assume they are going to try and summon a Cerevis from deck. There is a Cerevis in grave as well, but... a Cerevis... oh, they're special summoning a second copy of Skull Guardian. It's only if it's ritual summoned though, thankfully. So... set Lordly Load. Oh, and they are going to maxi me. Yay. Okay, so I grabbed the Drill Beam. This is card effect, notably. So... is there a way I can kill their monsters without card effect? Actually, does it really matter? I don't think it actually does matter. Because I do this. Place regained from deck. Then I can banish the... other thing... oh wait! Interesting. What? That means you must already be all out of the ritual monsters, They must have drawn Cerevis for the card. The other Cerevis. So... in this case... I think the ideal thing to do would be... probably this, yeah. Declare and special summon Dippity. I get to Drill Beam the barrier. Then I set from my grave the barrier. Set from my grave the Drill Beam, not the barrier. And attack over the Skull Guardian. Because attacking over it does not trigger things at all. Yay! Main 2. I should be on Seals, by the way. I don't know why I'm not, but I should be on. The best option to take out for it is probably one of the Requiems or like one of the fusion monsters, but I like all of them, honestly. It'll probably be Duke of Demise. Duke of Demise is... it's okay, but it's not really great or anything. He is a Duke of the Demising, but he is also an additional normal summon, which does matter sometimes. Like, it actually kind of does matter sometimes, but its effect to add back is much worse if you consider the fact that Fusion Lacrima already exists in the game. So I'm pretty sure it's just this for Seals. Blech. Whatever. It shall be fine. I shall kill them and murder them into the dust and death. Regardless of what they do, because I have a Drill Beam set. And the Drill Beam is going to be allowing me to stop their lure, which they presumably have drawn and are thinking, what the hell am I supposed to do against this board? Even though this board isn't really that great. That's kind of the cool thing about Fiendsmith Primate. Oh, right, they have the Cerevis in hand. Forgot about that. Regain time! special the Druids. Oh, is that a Called by the Grave on my Druis worm? Interesting. I'm actually going to Magnemite that so I don't have to, you know, prevent myself from being able to Druis worm this next turn. Also, is this... No, this is not once per turn. And they are presumably all out of monsters, so... 1 and 2. That nets me a single draw, and also a search for the Druis worm that I put back during the end phase. Oh, and also an infinite impermanence to hand. Yay! I like imperm. All I'm thinking about right now is the, you know, the not what I'm called meme, but it's with Cyber Dragon Infinity, and Cyber Dragon Infinity says, "Hey guys, what's up?" And the crowd pointing at him goes, "Infinite impermanence!" And Infinity goes, "Not what I'm called." I like that stupid meme. I know it is a stupid meme, so, you know. Ah, you have drawn Radiance. So shuffle, then search or add. Okay. So I assume in this case, the card you are going to shuffle and summon is low. And low gets barrier, maybe? Not totally certain about it. Engraver's probably the correct option here. Do I yap about YGO in the Discord? I should more. YGO is a very big hobby of mine. As a matter of fact, I am probably going to take next week off because, well, see, thing is... Also, bleh, this is annoying. The fact that you're able to get... while you control low... So, I believe the option is... This is really annoying, but I think I have to actually go Nightmare Phoenix here. There is a big reason I like to play Nightmare Phoenix, and, well, this is partially why. Because it is very good at stopping situations like this. They can Cerevis still, but they can't necessarily activate the effect of What's It. And by What's It, I mean, like, you know. And I can prevent them from being able to do their things. So let me just regain effect to target the Magnemite so I can get a search and other stuff as well this turn. I get owned by Cerevis. Fortunately, I do not. They appear to only be on one Cerevis, and from what I can tell, that one Cerevis is in the graveyard. I assume this is going to be negated because you really don't want your Cerevis banished, from what I can tell. So, yep. I do not want to shuffle back the Ceravis. That is a bad idea. Instead, I am going to special summon my Bestial Lubellion and use my effect. Also, by the way, I should probably put on the summon cut-ins one time only, because that makes things genuinely a lot faster, to my knowledge. Okay, attempt to send the Skull Guardian. Sure, the effect of my Druis Worm is negated, and now Druis Worm gets destroyed, except Druis Worm is already in the graveyard, so... Okay, search for Baldrake. Baldrake, my own Druis. Then, with Druis on board, I get to use my regain to put back my other Druis. Oh, that is Fabled Larry. That is a very good card that I like a lot in this situation. Anyway, I think it's time for this guy. Goblin's Crazy Beast. Goblin's Crazy Beast is a very crazy card, honestly. I like the fact that you can use it, well, both during your turn and during your opponent's turn, and also that it revives itself for free. Like, that's just kind of silly. So this one was destroyed in battle, which means I can actually revive it. But I think that would be maybe a bit too silly. I think instead the proper play is just Desiree kill them. Equip to Engraver. Engraver effect will send the Skull Guardian, which I presume you don't have any left. Make sequence for Desiree. Yep. Send the lure by shuffling back one of the other options, presumably the sequence, honestly. And then just kill them into the sun, because that is lethal damage, like over twice lethal probably. I'm pretty sure. So 18 plus 46 is 56, 64, 8,000. Not quite over twice lethal, but very, very close. Maybe it gets to over twice lethal when I normal summon Larry? Yeah. Regardless, it's a lot of damage. 16. 18. Effect. Summon Desiree. And Desiree for the lethal damage. Yeah. Love this deck. It is really, really fun. Fiendsmith Primite. Fiendsmith Primite. Fiendsmith Primite. Fiendsmith Primite. And a quick rank up. Yay. Oh, thank you, Berna. Thank you. I hope to be cute. I like being cute, by the way. It's fun being cute. Or being called cute. I used to have difficulty believing I was cute, but, you know, sometimes that happens. She's built different. Voiceless is normally your kryptonite. Yeah, that's fair enough. Voiceless is honestly pretty annoying to play against if they actually set things up properly. They are gonna foolers me? Sure thing. I think this is fine. Double Oh, I see the way. Because I have double rebellion. It is indeed completely fine. Magnamut. Banish my rebellion. Magnamut effect. On resolution is making me think they have a Droll Lockbird for some reason. I'm not exactly sure. I play a lot of Bestials. Yeah, indeed. I do like to play Bestials. Bestials are the best deals. The best deals of all time. So, I guess I just search for Larry, discard Larry, and make Requiem. And I think that that leaves me completely fine. Like, I have Requiem regained for Magnamut. This engrave. Paradise for next turn. End phase, I actually get to search something amazing. Guess you just gotta figure out how to use your Bestials against it. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of the best way to do things. It gets a bit annoying at times, but I like it. Into the Void. Interesting. I presume this is probably Tenpai then. Either it's Tenpai or someone decided to bring their pet deck into... Yeah, it's probably Tenpai. A good thing about this is I'm able to double Lacrima from deck this turn because of Lacrima's Grave effect, and because Requiem is not a hard once per turn to use its effect to special summon from deck. Notably, it is a hard once per turn for other effects, but not to special summon from deck. Okay, yeah, it's definitely Tenpai. I am kind of... bleh. Why is there so many Tenpai decks around here? They're gonna search Hornet Drones? Sure. Okay. Requiem for Lacrima. Lacrima for Paradise. Interesting. Bleh. Well, this is annoying. Sure. I can at least hope my opponent has not drawn any Tenpai cards, can't I? Yeah, I'm not gonna be that lucky. There's a reason why Tenpai likes to play the Sky Striker stuff. And it's not because the Sky Striker stuff is, like, bad or anything. Draw one, search one, searching Widowmaker? Interesting. Why search Widowmaker? Okay, yeah, they drew the Tenpai stuff. And they should just be able to kill me here. To my knowledge, I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'll just surrender. So I can't just, like, die to them. But hey, we reached Diamond 4, at least. And And by Diamond 4, I mean Diamond 2. Diamond 2 is better than Diamond 3. Okay. I'm going second this time. At least it's not Tenpai. Or if it is Tenpai, it is a weird deck. It is what it is, yeah. That's honestly just the way you have to see it with Tenpai. If they open well, they opened well. I don't think Imperm is correct here. It depends on whether or not this is the, like, real Labyrinth deck, or if it's the actual Labyrinth deck that is fake Labyrinth, but like, well, not fake Labyrinth, but you know, nice hand. Thank you. Also, hi Hiker, Moomin. Hi Hiker. An Ash Blossom. How I adore thee. If this is not fake Labyrinth, but like Fiendsmith Labyrinth, I should actually have a decent chance at things. Okay. Going to use that, sure. Okay, so setting Trap Trick from hand, I see. I think I am gonna imperm that actually. I really don't want my opponent to set whatever they want from deck. Either way, they're going to get an extra body, so, you know. Stopping them from just setting a random card from deck is always good. They still get to set one card from deck at least. And it's big welcome. Nice. Just pop in and there's a Dippity in hand. Hi code Juno1205. Hi Hiker. Welcome, welcome. And yes, there is indeed a Dippity in hand. It is slightly heartbreaking, but it's fine. This is full combo. Full Fiendsmith combo. You know? Full Fiendsmith combo. Ah, and I drew another monster as well. That is quite nice. I hope my opponent does not choose to activate the branded grave effect of Big Welcome Labyrinth on my normal summon of Dippity though. That would be very annoying. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Yep. Well, at least they didn't draw any Fiend monsters or trap cards, from what I can tell. So in that case, I'm just gonna pass turn. Because... Oh, okay. Oh, you're doing this during the main phase? Interesting choice by you. I am going to chain my Druid Worm in that case. Doing it during the main phase is a little suspicious in my opinion. But I get one extra draw. So there's a welcome set, and I might potentially maybe draw into a card that is good. Oh, that is a nice draw. Yes, definitely a nice draw. I can kill this, activate the effect of Magnamut still in the battle phase to summon it, and then I can go Fiendsmith combo. Yay! And also send to the graveyard this. I'll use Druis to send this. Caesar nukes the welcome? Yes, that is correct. However, I do also have to worry about the effect of, you know, Lady, because Lady is on the field, and I can't get rid of Lady until I actually get rid of the trap card. And the trap card means that they can just beat over my Caesar. Oh, actually, nah. This is much better anyways. Engraver effect. Shuffle Moon. I do think I still want to go Necroquit though, because that should get me an extra Light Fiend body in the graveyard, by my estimation, so... No, it's probably just better to go sequence. Yeah. Just sequence for something. The big issue is, do I go sequence for Lacrima or do I go I obviously go sequence for Lacrima. Lacrima add back engraver? That's crazy. Like, seriously. No, I am not going to special summon it quite yet. I'm gonna use Engraver to discard and search for Tract, and then Tract for Lurry, and then make Desiree. Send that. Wait, but no, I can't make Desiree. No, honestly, it's probably just fine. I can go Agnum Day special back. Overlay for 6. I have a Tract Engrave. If I go pop this, I think I can do that. It was probably correct to go Desiree instead, because then I could activate effect to banish and fusion summon the other one instead. And it's fine. I simply go Agnum Day here, and I can still get rid of the lady. And then I'm able to do whatever I want. Because I put back my engraver onto the board. I use the engraver to send my Agnum Day and my opponent's Lady Labyrinth to the grave. And then I pass turn. And also get a Magnemite Search, because that's okay, apparently. Yay. That is how you do that. Completely annihilate a Labyrinth board, going first and getting Fuelost and passing. I think... No, it's going second, yeah. now I'm nice at this game? Thank you. Thank you. That is incredibly kind of you to say, Jano. That is incredibly kind. I try my best to play the game. I find it a lot of fun, but... I know sometimes I don't always succeed at doing what I want to do. But it's fun. Okay, Engraver, shuffle back the Lacrima. Special effect to fuse for the Lacrima from extra again. Lacrima, special back the Engraver. Or better yet, special back the Agnum Day. And I'm pretty sure that's lethal actually, as a matter of fact. Yeah, that's way over lethal. Way over lethal. Yay! And that is the win. Yippee! I have a positive win streak now at least. Special sale is underway. Until July 4th. Interesting. It must already count the ones I already got. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Master Duel. You silly twisted game. But it's okay. I do not need to worry about this at all. But yeah, I am cutting this guy. He is not good. Not good at all. Not of the good anywhere close to at all. Especially not with the Fiendsmith's Lacrima still legal in Master Duel. I should probably cut him for a Heretic Seals, but I'm not sure what UI I should decraft. Oh, probably this one. This one, and also, I guess, yeah. Annoying. Have to buy packs until I get a UI. Is SP banned in Master Duel? Oh no. SP is probably a better choice than some things, but like, the thing is, SP and Nightmare Phoenix serve similar roles, but different ones. SP. So I think SP is, like, not necessarily the greatest. It's okay, though. But, like, SP is also actually really good, in my opinion. Puppas. I like the puppas. They are cute. But yeah, SP is a good choice instead of the Seals. But I also like Seals. Both Seals and SP. They're very strong cards. SP is so broken. Indeed. Helps you go second a lot better than you would think. Bestial Rebellion. Seals 2 is great in this deck. Indeed. I am going to Droll and Lockbird here. Dragon Shrine? Interesting. I want to know what deck this is. Is this a pure Bestial deck? Okay. Magnemite effect. Effect to search. I am still gonna Ash this. Even if they don't get to add from their deck to their hand. I'm probably gonna Veiler or most likely Imperm the Lubellion. Mainly because I don't want them setting up Branded Regained. Stardust Trail. That's really interesting. But banish it if it leaves the field? Sure. Imperm goes here. I guess they might Bestial. Not Bestial. They're probably gonna go Seals. That is very interesting. Is this meant to be a Synchron's deck or something? Special's a Stardust token, This doesn't seem like it's necessarily that bad. Oh, that is interesting. So it's... Oh, I see. So this is meant to be Stardust something? I don't know. Stardust Bestials. Oh, it's just Synchrons. Synchron Bestial? Well, that's annoying. I'm pretty sure this is unaffected for the rest of the turn. Why does this not say influenced? Surely it's okay. I have Typhon. I needed to Veil a Speeder. Unfortunately, I couldn't actually Veil a Speeder because of Excel Stardust Synchro Dragon. Like, this card is not something you can Veil. Okay. Going 12 and 12. Excel is not on the field. Excel's effect applies to any monster synchro summoned with the effect. Unfortunately. So, yeah, that's kind of just how it goes. And Crimson Dragon into presumably Blazer. That's annoying. At least I drew into Engraver. Engraver's probably one of the best draws you can get here. Mainly because it actually helps bait out the Blazer, and then you can just go. Typhon. Make Typhon. Is there any additional card in here that matters a lot? There's the Lubellion, but I'm not sure. Will I win? Not quite. They still get to summon back their Blazer, which is annoying. And in Grave, they should be able to summon the Rebellion if they want, and also the Stardust Synchron, but I'm not sure if they actually want to do that. They get to summon their Blazer back, but Typhon does prevent them from being, you know, super insane. Okay. That at least bought me a turn. The Blazer? Yeah. Sometimes that happens though, honestly. I think the best thing to do here is honestly set, pass. I'm gonna try my best to survive until I draw Fiendsmith cards. Or my opponent tries to kill me. That is one way to do things, I think. I don't think they can kill me from here, but they can definitely do things. Synchro monster that mentions Stardust Dragon. This does not mention Stardust Dragon, thankfully. So they have to send this, which makes my job a lot easier. So Ash dies, I get to draw a card, and now it depends on the luck of the draw. Whatever I draw next has to win me the game. That is an incredibly good draw. I am going to imperm the Blazer, of course. Nice! You actually let it resolve, Normal summon Lacrima. Oh my god. Like, seriously. That was incredibly clutch as a draw. Drawing Lacrima. I can win this. I'm almost certainly going to win this, actually, I think. I can tract here, but I don't think that's correct. I think it's correct to Requiem first. So I can send the Blazer to the graveyard. Being able to tract does allow me to actually get enough damage on the field for lethal though. Because I tracked special. I tracked to fusion summon, that is to say. Yep, that's fine, that's fine. It's impermed, so I can do that without worrying. It does send that to the graveyard, but it's still fine. I tracked to summon from my extra deck Fiendsmith's Lacrima. I have not activated tracked this turn from the hand, so I'm able to add back Link for Desiree. I don't believe I have, at least, so Engraver to hand. Nope. Hand. Mainly because I want to make sure I have enough monsters in Grave. Search for tracked. I have Lari still in deck, so I should be completely fine here. Tracked. Search for Lari. Discard the Lari, of course. Lari effect. Special summon back. Link for sequence. Shuffle back, and then win the game through Desiree Agnum Day. 46, 56, 64, but there's an additional 400 life points of damage that they've already taken, so That is exactly full. On board right now. At least I think it is. It should be if I'm not mathing wrong. Oh, yeah, I think it's lethal. So 12 plus 12 is 24. Then plus 18 is 42. 28 plus 42 is 7,000. So I should be able to kill either way. But have I already used the effect of Lacrima? I have already used the effect of Requiem to equip this turn, yes. So I'm probably going to want to send back the Requiem instead. And send the Stardust Synchron to the graveyard instead, banish it, but you know, same difference here. And attack for 18 and 46. This time making sure not to put my Actum Day into the imperm column. And that is gain. Nice. That was a really good game, I think. I couldn't have done much better with the game. Improving there was really good, though. I liked it. I like improvements. Improvements are nice. Fantastical, amazing, and just generally pretty nice. Very close to tier 1. Indeed, Banner, indeed. Okay, let's see here. Decent hand. Especially for going second. Magnamut and Talents? Why is this card at 3 still in this game? By the way. Ah, yes, right, the Millennium Engine. This engine is, well, to say the absolute least, it's a very strong engine. Often it's used in Snake Eye, but I think Crystron is the probably better build of it. Not completely certain, but it is very good. And you only really need to play 5 cards in the main deck for it. Okay, so this is Snake Eyes as a deck. I don't know what they plan to do. Oh, it's zombie vampire time. Time for the gambling. Are they gonna mill my Paradise and my other cards that are good for me in the grave, or no, they are not? They are going to mill my Bestial Rebellion, Veiler, and Droll. And they also just milled both their engravers, which is certainly a thing that you can do. I wonder if they're just gonna go into Pilgrim Reaper here or do something else instead. Honestly, I've always thought the Millennium Engine was pretty strong. The biggest issue I've had with it is in the TCG, a card called Ryziel Detonator exists, which makes it significantly worse. Special Lacrima, Lacrima effect to dump. Dumping Attract to grave, Interesting. I wonder if they're gonna use the engraver to banish. And I mean, shuffle, not banish, a card that is important to them. Well, obviously they're gonna shuffle back something. Like, Engraver can't summon itself by shuffling back nothing, you know? Guess they don't play the trap? Yeah, presumably. They might have drawn it, though. Like you say. Okay. Actually, I'm going to allow this to happen. Mainly because if you do go Desiree into Agnum Day, that means I'm going to be able to Magnamut target your Agnum Day. And if you do go Sequence into Lacrima, I'm able to target the Engraver that you target with your Lacrima. See, I am not dumb. I just have a bestial in my hand. Oh, you're gonna maxi me on your turn, hmm? Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. At least I get a search from deck to hand, but I'm not sure what they're going to do here. Oh, they drew in Ash Blossom. That's somewhat unfortunate. Either they drew it or they had it the whole time. And me, I've been here the whole time. I like Sam Reich, he's funny. Okay, so just IP sequence pass. That's probably fine enough. Oh no, wait, they're probably gonna go for Promethean and then into Ambloil. But if they go Promethean here, they can't really go into, like, anything else through summoning the Flamberge. That's probably really annoying. Magnamut gets a search and a maxi. Yeah, that is pretty much fair. I think it's good to have used up their maxi and their Ash Blossom, in my opinion. And I believe my opponent is now starting to see the problem with what they've done. Because, like, this is kind of unsustainable, mainly because of this thing. The best option here is Ether Barrel, I think. Barrel for load for Drill Beam. It depends on what their back row ends up being, though. I'm presuming it's going to be something along the lines of Infinite Impermanence. Load searches for Drill Beam. And I don't know what they have. They might actually have a Max C, which would be kind of annoying, honestly. Okay, so now I get my Rebellion back. My Rebellion gets to... Oh wait, right, my Regain's in Graveyard. How could I forget that? Honestly, I kind of want to just, like... not talents or anything. go link for Phoenix. Phoenix discard Lacrima. But that means there's no Lacrima in my deck. Slightly annoying, but it's okay. I should probably go for the Fiendsmith line instead. It's much safer for me and much less good for my opponent. Depends on what they have though. They don't have Paradise Engrave. That must mean their set card has to be something that's strong. Oh, okay, that is fine. I am going to Baldrake here, by the way. Targeting your Lacrima. Because you cannot special summon it due to the effect of, you know. Yay. Okay, talents to take the Flamberge. And because I have Drill Beam in hand, I can then proceed to just kill them into the sun. Yay! Enter the battle phase. And you are going to die with your Flamberge. Not with my anything. Your own Flamberge. What was that set card? Oh right, that must have been their Paradise. That would kind of explain things. Da 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 da. And one more win until finally Diamond 1. Which isn't quite the best, but it is quite fun and quite good. Da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum. Okay. Hand is decent for going second. Okay, so it's a branded deck. I see. I'd rather save the imperm for something that actually matters, like, say, Albion. Activate branded fusion? Sure. Thanks for the little song. That's okay, Kishiei. Also, hi Heiko. I think you were talking earlier, but might as well say hi Heiko again. Anyways, here's Imperm. And Druis. So now you just don't have Albion effect, and you don't have the Lubellian Fusion summon. Gonna lurk while you get ready for bed? Okay. Have fun lurking. Also, welcome back from the ad break. Welcome back. Hi, Hiker, everyone who just finished with ads. Hopefully they were not too bad. Oh, they are using branded in white. That makes sense. With Albaz Engrave and that on board to summon a Lubellian and then just... Or just straight up summon the Mirror Jade normally. I mean, that's honestly fair enough. Like, they can get rid of my Druis Worm. Anyways, by the way, in case you're wondering, I have ad breaks on Twitch every 60 minutes. So essentially, if you don't want to get the ad breaks, either you can do something like install an ad blocker, which is fine, but like, it would make Twitch mad at me for saying that. So I'm gonna say that is not my official recommendation. That is just something you can do. Or you can subscribe to me on Twitch, give me your free Twitch Prime subscription, or just, you know. Subscribe to Twitch Turbo. All of these will prevent ads from being shown to you while watching my stream, or in the case of Twitch Turbo, any stream. And in Twitch Turbo's case, you'll have a lot of extra viewer. You'll be supporting your streamer a lot more than you would think, because like Twitch Turbo is kind of like the Twitch version of YouTube Premium, which is like really good for Twitch. Anyways, basically I believe they are going to do something like, hi, you're back, you just got 8 ads. Yeah, sorry about that. See, the thing about that is, unless you do mandated ad breaks, there is a thing that Twitch.tv likes to do, which essentially prevents you from even... How do I best say this? Basically, it prevents you from even, like, thinking about doing something like... Ah, that is annoying. Well... I mean, I guess I'm not gonna die or anything. I might as well use Engraver right now. Oh well, that's fine. Honestly, there's only Retribution left, so... I really don't have anything to worry about here. I can just go to the battle phase, beat over the Aluba, and pass turn. Hi, Hiker. Juice and Clever. Hi, Hiker. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are having a good day. Da, 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 da. Okay, draw 2 and then discard your entire hand. That is one way to do things. So, given it's the start of the battle phase, I am going to do this on Aluba. Mainly because to negate it, they'd have to Branded Retribution, shuffle back the Mirror Jade on board. And if I do it later, they can use the effect of Mirror Jade first and banish something. But if they do it now, then it's nothing to worry about. Made it from Plat 1 to Plat 1 from Plat 3 from Plat 1. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Unfortunate. That is just how it indeed goes sometimes. And then this happens. Little back and forth, never hurt nobody. Yeah, pretty much. Are you gonna use Cartesia effect here? I don't think that's a great idea. You want Cartesia in your grave here, rather than not wanting it in grave. I believe they've already used this effect this turn too, so I think the best option here is Lubellion, and then search something else. Running Albaz Fiendsmith? Oh no, I'm running Bestial Fiendsmith, which is kind of close to Albaz Fiendsmith, but also definitely somewhat different. Albaz Fiendsmith does seem like an interesting idea overall, but I don't know how to feel about something like that. So, banish the Titanic Lad first. I need to get rid of the Quen as well. Yep, the Retribution to negate it. That makes sense to me. And then I believe the only thing that you have left in there as an interruption is actually the effect of Quen to summon Mercuria, which I can actually destroy by battle by just going to the battle phase. I think it's 800 attack. Oh, that's slightly annoying. If they choose to summon it in attack position, then they're simply just better. But they are not, sir. Yeah, that's the problem with summoning this in defense position. You've been running the new Gladiator Beasts with Primite? You're holding all your GB Ultra Rares for this moment? You know what? That is absolutely fair enough. It is a fantastically cool deck. So shuffle the Lari, probably? Yeah. I did not activate Tract this turn, I believe, so I can do this. I could have changed to summon in response to Quen. Yes, that is also correct. Actually, it's probably more correct to do that. So how do I remove this? The thing I want to remove is definitely the Quen. But I also want to get rid of the Mirror Jade at some point. I'll just get rid of the Quen. Easier for me. There is indeed a light in their graveyard, but it doesn't matter because I think it's probably better to just go sequence into Lacrima? Yeah. Oh, they've already activated this effect once this turn. So they can't use the Grave effect this turn. So I summon Lacrima by doing this. Use effect to target the vanished one, which is the foil one, yes. Do I special it or do I summon it from... Adding it to hand does make a lot of sense, but I think I might special it. I can't actually kill them this turn. I can, however, get rid of this by banning... Or I should maybe get rid of... Actually, I've used Engraver's effect to send... So... I want to get rid of their follow-up and also get rid of their other stuff somehow, but that's probably a bit hard. Oh! Thank you for the follow, Juice and Clever. Also, I did not notice you raided earlier, sorry. Thank you. Though. Up. There is definitely something better I can do, but I think it's probably gonna be this for now. Honestly, going Chaos Angel here would be pretty nice. But I can't. Not really. So I think the best I probably can do is this. Banishing their branded fusion. No, wait. Banishing their retribution. And then use this to put back this engraver. No, this. Then I can probably just pass turn. It's annoying, but sometimes you do it. Do I own Underworld Goddess of the Closed World? I don't own Goddess, but she's not completely necessary for everything. Just a pretty good choice. Also, Goddess still triggers the Mirror Jade, but she does prevent Mirror Jade from activating. Maybe I could play Goddess, honestly. Activate, sure. High Spirits is fine. Dump Gran Guigno and Cartesia to summon. To grab from deck something, presumably Kit, I suppose. Kit actually runs into Effect Veiler here, but Effect Veiler can actually stop it with their own Mirror Jade? I don't know if they will, though. What rank am I? Diamond 2, just going into Diamond 1 after this game if I win it, which is a big if. I will say, I think this King Sarcophagus thing is pretty funny. This mate. Kinda silly, if you ask me. Now I got this? Yeah, I got this. Ah, searching for Mercuria? That is a choice? You're on multiple Mercurias, Interesting. Probably also a decent choice at least, but it does allow them to get to something like Kit. Or Albion. If they're on multiple retribution as well, I don't know. I think it's a bit silly to be on multiple retribution. Oh, they're using branded sword. Right, that makes sense. they're probably going to use it to add back Mercuria. That is actually really good, I think. Branded lost. Uh-oh. This does not bode well for me, I don't think. There might be a branded in red in my life, or not. Are they going to use Mirror Jade and Phase Effect? Nope. They are not going to use Mirror Jade and Phase Effect, it seems. Just Cartesia. They are indeed going to use Mirror Jade and Phase Effect. Dumping Titanic Cloud to banish. Do they have another Quem they can summon from deck? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. Well, it's okay. Wait, they are on 2 branded retributions. I think that's a little silly, but you can do that if you want, I guess. Fiendsmith in Paradise. Yeah, I don't think this is looking good for me. Well, actually, they have... It depends on if they use the effect of Mercuria on my effective Engraver. If they do, they could win, but it looks like they're not going to. They've already used the effect of Mirror Jade last turn. Effect of Grand Guignol. Special Proskenion, sure. Yeah, that's slightly annoying. Diabellstar is currently $100? Which version of Diabellstar? There is no way Diabellstar is like $100. In this case... I know they have a Mercuria in their hand. It doesn't negate the effect. Normal summon a Vela and... You know what? Sure. I'm gonna at least try this. If my opponent Mercurius me, then sure. But... yeah, there's not very much I can do about that. I just honestly lose here. What I don't get is why they decided Branded deserved to have 2 branded fusions. Either way, I had fun today. I'm probably gonna finish up though. So, thanks everyone. I hope you all enjoyed my stream today. Should you have Max Rowdy Flex on the Discord later? Sure. That'd be kind of cool, I think. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming along. My next stream shall be tomorrow, an hour after I streamed today, playing some Apex Legends. And also, I am going to attempt to actually try and, you know, raid. Oh, whoops, I accidentally I accidentally pressed the ad breaks. Sorry. For some reason, I can't use the raid button. But yeah. Oh, yep. Raid time. Let's raid Sun Saley. I've heard she's nice. But also, by the way, just some facts. Next week, I am going to be taking a break from streaming to be preparing for a big Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. And regardless, I am going to start raiding now. Well, I'm gonna press the start raid button. Alright. Bye-bye, Kerr, Twitch viewers. Bye-bye, Kerr. Have a good day, and let's raid with Ica Raid, I guess. Yay. And for YouTube viewers, bye-bye, Kerr, everyone else. See ya all next time. Bye-bye.